Welcome to La chaîne Géopolitique. Welcome to all viewers. I would like to analyze today with you the failures of the two truths that has been announced by Russia, by the foreign minister of Russia, Sergei Lavrov. So the first truth, as you remember, has been announced on September 10th, but after a few hours, this truth has been violated flagrantly by both parties, by both warring parties. And the same happened on 17th of October, where the truce has been also violated couple of hours after have been announced by the same person, Sergei Lavrov. So the question that is raising right now is how come Russia, regional power like Russia, is able, that is working, is been so much discredited by both parties, Armenia and Azerbaijan, and how come Russia do not retaliate verbally or even militarily to such violations. So that's the question that we will answer in this video. So as you know, this Karabakh conflict has started on 27th of September. The extent of the conflict is now very wide, with very high death toll. We are talking about over the last 3 weeks, 772 Nagorno-Karabakh troops have been killed, 36 civilians in Karabakh also have been killed, and 63 Azeri civilians have been killed. The Azeri authority do not communicate the extent of death toll of the Azeri soldiers, but from reliable sources we know that also the death toll is very high. So we see that it's a very this conflict over the last week has been very bloody, very deadly. And how come Russia, which has a strategic relationship with Armenia, the defense cooperation with Armenia, has not been able to stop this deadly conflict? So I would like to analyze that with you. So I would like to raise some assumptions, some ideas. Just one thing is for sure: we do not have any. Nothing is for certain. We cannot. We can only assume. I will just try to give some assumptions to help you that the debate can be raised. So I would like to keep in mind that President Putin, we have to keep in mind, as a very, let's say, tough relationship with President Pashinyan from Armenia. So, as probably you know, President Pashinyan has been brought to power in 2018 following uprising in Armenia, and then won, let's say, overwhelmingly election. And it's exactly the type of leader that President Putin dislikes very highly. If you remember, President Putin disregarded a lot President Saakashvili from Georgia, which had the same, let's say, destiny than President Pashinyan, came to power after an uprising. And we know the following: Russia tried to push him out of the power and succeeded in after the 2008 war. Probably Russia is trying to do the same thing with President Pashinyan. We know that Armenia is in a difficult situation from a military point of view. Perhaps it's possible. It's only possible that the Armenian territory has been hit by Azeri, and it's still many observers do not understand why Russia has not been triggered this cooperation agreement with Armenia. Due to the fact that it's possible that not only the Karabakh territory, but even the Armenian territory has been hit. So Russia should have been intervened, and it's still not the case. And still do not blame Azerbaijan for the violation of the truce. Russia could take sides much more clearly. Right now, we feel that Russia is more neutral. We just want to keep to control both parties, or it should, from a military point of view, take sides with Armenia due to this cooperation treaty that he has with Armenia and which he has not with Azerbaijan. But it's not the case. We do not see objectively that Russia takes sides. It just wants to to get a truce. So it doesn't want to intervene militarily. So it's very surprising. So that, President Putin or Russia in general do not show any support for President Pashinyan and for the Armenian people at this stage. And so probably we can assume that it's due to the relationship that Russia is entertaining with President Pashinyan, and probably Russia is pushing out of the power President Pashinyan. But the same can be said also with President Aliyev. President Aliyev does not have the same destiny than President Pashinyan. President Aliyev Azerbaijan is a dictatorship, so no one has been elected. It's a family. The family Aliyev family has been in power since end of 60s, first with Heydar Aliyev, and since 2003, Ilham Aliyev, the ongoing president, came to power. So it's a very different situation, but still Azerbaijan, as you know, is an economic competitor to Russia. It's an oil producer, and over the last years, Azerbaijan is trying to divert his pipeline from Russia, and basically is trying to build oil pipelines avoiding the Russian territory. Like the most emblematic one is the BTC, the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan. So meaning that this pipeline is going through the Azeri, Georgian, and Turkish territory. And it's exactly this situation that President Putin would like to stop and to prevent. And in order to prevent such situation, probably is trying also to weaken President Aliyev to his population. And how come he can weaken the President Aliyev? He could weaken him by preventing him to conquer by force the entirety of the Nagorno-Karabakh territory. Right now, the Azeri forces have control approximately 20% of this disputed territory. The most inhabited territory has been conquered, but it's possible and it's likely that Russia could stop now Azerbaijan to continue its intervention, and probably will put pressure to President Aliyev to stop immediately the conflict in order to prevent that this entirety of this territory will be conquered by force by Azeri forces. So in that way, President Aliyev should, let's say, admit to its population that he will not conquer. And we know that in Azerbaijan, the trauma of the 1994 defeat of the war between Armenia and Azerbaijan, which occurred between 1991 after the independence, the cessation of Karabakh in 1994, and which Azerbaijan has lost, has resulted in a very high trauma in the Azeri population. Since this defeat in 1994, Azeri yield that they will take their revenge against Armenians. So they wait this moment since years, and right now they could win this war that they lost in 1994 by conquering this entirety, but probably President Putin will prevent that by inviting President Aliyev in Moscow to make concession. And we have right now some rumors which announce that President Aliyev is heading to Moscow very soon, meeting President Pashinyan. So if this meeting happens, it means clearly that President Aliyev will have to make concession and will have to accept not to conquer the entirety of the Nagorno-Karabakh territory. And really, I don't know how the Azeri population will react to such information after such sacrifices, human sacrifices, announcing the end of conflict, and the fact that Azerbaijan will not conquer this territory could have a very high repercussions fallout in Azerbaijan. So we will continue following this geopolitical event which happened in Nagorno-Karabakh with, as we said, very dramatic events, and we will see really what is the Russian strategy. Is it correct to analyze that we have just we have raised today or not? Our President Putin wants the end of the era of President Pashinyan and Aliyev in Azerbaijan. Let's see what happens over the next days.